So yo, this is Sean Paul. I'm back here at Pitchfork, and today we're gonna go through the top dancehall songs, according to this guy. Dancehall music, I like to describe it as the son of reggae, a brother to hip-hop. It's very urban, it's very danceable. It's a voice of generations, I would say. So like with reggae, you have a standard reggae drum beat is called a one drop. So it's usually a it's one drop and one bass drum. With dancehall, the standard thing is more, I would say it's even militarized, like I like to call it one genre though. Reggae dancehall. Song is called Bam Bam. It starts with the horn. So here's Sister Nancy now. She toasting all over it. At first it's just the horns. Skep, skep, and she's spitting on it. And she was flowing. She's like, I'm a lady, I'm not a man.
I'm a lady, I'm not a man.
She was actually doing a hook from Toots song, and in that song he says, I'm the man, and she's like, I'm a lady, I'm not a man. So I'm keen to make my steps now, you know what I mean, to let people hear a lady on a track. And she was one of the first female DJs I remember.
Bam, bam, ayo, what a bam.
This is a familiar bass line that you might have heard before. And it's really empty at first. That's what I kind of loved about it. That's from the dub influence, not dubstep, but dub influence. So over 400 songs, people kind of use something from this recording, which is just amazing. Another song that reminds me of that, Wayne Smith. Under my slang thing. It was a Casio keyboard, I believe. And it just had a little rhythm section on there. Also had presets for what would be rock music or jazz music or reggae. You know those old-time keyboards. So when you press the reggae, it was this rhythm and it just caused a vibe, you know. The drum and bass is so heavy in it. And he's singing about his slang thing. If you can imagine a dirty dancing type of vibe then, our style, early 80s. Johnny Osborne, Buddy Bye. This is another song in the era of when I was talking with Wayne Smith, when dancehall was just becoming what it is. Very heavy influenced by dub music, so big up Scratch Perry. Just the horns at first and then the rhythm drops. And then the call and response, oh, well, let me hear you say, whoa, yeah, yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa. One of the first songs I ever heard do that. So it kind of just got you to shout out and just wild out when you went to the stage show. Back in the day in Jamaica, there were certain radio stations that were the leading radio station, but they wouldn't play anything that was produced by Jamaica. So the kids used to rely on a thing called a sound system, which is a record player and hooked it up to big amps and hooked it up to big speakers that looked bigger than a wall. And that would blaze down in the middle of the street, down the road. And so you would go to the studio in the day, you would cut a song, everybody say, whoa, yeah, and everybody in the studio is like, yo, that's hot. We gotta cut it, put it out tonight. They cut it on an acetate dub plate, which is a record. I don't know if you young ones know what that is, but they would take it and play it on the record player in the dance that night. And it was just a big part of how these kids got heard. They call these venues dance halls. So it just became known as dancehall music.
Ring the alarm, another sound is dying. Whoa, hey.
Ring the Alarm by Dancehall, one of my favorites. Dancehall was about 19 years old when he started to control Jamaican music and what we started to call a dancehall singer. You know, it was a movement just coming out of what reggae is, different style of rhythm. So yeah, it's definitely a more reggae-oriented rhythm. Boom, boom, doo-doo-doo-doom, doom. But the stuff he's doing on it was just uniquely different. This rhythm has been used a lot, reused a lot. In the 60s and 70s, we had bands, a lot of people with a lot of instruments. For economic reasons, it started to be not a whole band anymore. There would be one producer that owned a studio that had all of those instruments. He would build a rhythm track, and one person would go on it. You never could tell, I guess, what was gonna sell. And so we started to produce more and more songs on one rhythm.
No, no, no.
Don Penn song, Oh No No. So that bass line, right? I love bass lines.
No, no, no.
It's a very important part of our music to have the bass line cutting and going through with the drums. It sets the whole pace and the whole groove, so. Wake the town and tell the people. I hear that dude saying that at the beginning. That's basically what a DJ does, he would toast. I think this is a Steely and Clevie remake right here. Love for Steely and Clevie. They made some of the biggest hits of my teenage years and made dancehall what it is to me, so it's a remake of a old 50s song, and I can't remember the artist who did it, but I think it's very, very unique and very special. And again, this is right before when dancehall became huge in our country, so this is reggae.
With them there when they get around hot. When we look in the food for the pot.
Okay, Get Red Hot Now. Track done by Tony Kelly, a very prolific producer, produced Like Glue for me and Deport Them. The artist, Super Cat. Now, I call him my father in the business, especially because every time I heard his songs, I was always full of euphoria. His voice has something about it. People in my school would be telling me, "Oh, you sound like Cat." So I looked up to him very much in the business. Super Cat was one of the first dancehall artists to kind of collaborate with hip-hop artists, along with people like chaperones and Heavy D's in the mix there. Big up to Shinehead as well. He did songs with Biggie. That's the first time I heard Biggie. I knew Super Cat before I knew Biggie. Yeah, history there.
Murder, she wrote. Real. Murder, she wrote.
Murder, She Wrote. Big up to Sly and Robbie. They're the other set of producers I would say helped to shape what dancehall sounds like. One thing I know about Sly Dunbar is that he went to Africa and got a lot of sounds, a lot of different sounds of drums that we were not using in our music. I have to big him up, and this drum track especially, people know it when it goes.
Now this one dedicated to the girl with the angel face and the devil heart.
And you can make it with many different types of drums, but when he came back with these African drums and played that pattern and that groove with the bass that Robbie played, it really was like, a groundbreaking, kind of mind-bending type of vibe. It's lasted all these years, you know what I mean? When people in pop music do dancehall-oriented stuff, it's mostly sounding like this rhythm track. So big up to Sly Dunbar, Robbie Shakespeare, and Shaka Demus and Pliers.
Give me punani, wa punani. Give me punani, wa punani.
Punani, Admiral Bailey, another prolific rhythm. I even use it for me and Mr. Vega song, Chilalala. So the same bass line and drum beat. So yeah, I used it. Beanie Man used this track. So much different people used it over the years. Prolific rhythm, and big up the artist, Admiral Bailey. So this is about 86. So I was just starting high school. The way the rhythm is right, you know what I mean? You rolling your hips, you're getting close. Yeah, very, very memorable time for me. When reggae music was turning into what we call dancehall today, a lot of the young artists would come and talk all kind of stuff, like these words would come out like punani, and everybody's like, what is that? You know what I mean? We just had all these different words in our popular culture that no one ever said on a record before. The people who used to be in reggae music, they would kind of call that slackness music. Slackness is like a word that your grandparents or your parents would use when you were misbehaving. They'd be like, yo, the slackness, you don't talk about pum pum. It's just something that's known, you don't talk about punani like that. You don't say it like that out loud. That's vulgar. And I like a little bit of naughtiness, you know what I mean? I just don't overdo it is my philosophy. So I think it makes a person well-rounded to just be human, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Blessings all for my life and my thank God for the journey, the earnings are just for the plus. Yeah, and gratitude is a must.
All right, toast. Undeniable. Every few years in dancehall, someone comes out with a vibe, a voice, just like a tone. Tenor Saw, back in 1981, he came in with a force. And so did this young girl. She's 19 years old. Big up to you, Koffee. You just won a Grammy. Salute. You've been a reggae and dancehall soldier, and the song is so fresh.
Toast, yeah. So we are coming with a force.
When she says toast, she means celebrate, right? But also what she's doing is coming from the whole history of toasting people, as I said before, like big up the youth in the fake white shoes. And now she's just spitting about herself, and she's saying, I'm thankful for this journey. Gratitude is a must. It's something that a lot of people in Jamaica wake up every morning and say, yeah, give thanks for life. What's very unique about Koffee is I've been one of them who like to try and like twist my rhymes up. So people kind of like listen 2 times like, yo, what? And she does it amazingly in this song and many songs that she does. The wordplay. She also gives a lot of space to me. And when she said, to us, yeah.
To us, yeah.
And she gives space. A lot of the time, dancehall DJs, I'm guilty of it also. I like to eat the rhythm up like blah, 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 blah. I'm saying all kind of stuff to get my point across. But this one is more grooving with the rhythm too, giving the rhythm space to breathe and to live. So that's a very mature way of writing songs coming from a 19-year-old.
I'm in love with a man nearly twice my age.
Twice my age. I really love the rhythm. I really love what Crystal was singing on it in terms of how sweet she sounded. And it gave me hope to be an old man, you know what I mean? I'll be like, I'm gonna be an old man and this girl's gonna be like, I'm in love with a man. And I'm like, yeah, that's dope. Chaperones is one of my favorite artists. Just for his heavy barreling voice, you know what I mean? I always wanted to be like, command people with my voice like the way he did. Chaperones not only sang this song, but many different hits that led me to want to DJ. He would embrace things that people at the time probably wouldn't want to embrace about himself. He'd come out and say, yo, I'm ugly. I didn't think he was ugly, but he would say it. I've had the pleasure of meeting him a few times, and he's a very great character, you know what I mean? Somebody who, yeah, just rate. So big up Shabba, salute. And next song now, Let Me Play Get Busy by me. Let me go narcissistic on y'all for a minute.
Sexy ladies want power with us. Inna the car with us, them not war with us. Inna the club, them want flex with us. To get next to us, them not vex with us.
Big up my brother, Jig Zagala. We wrote songs a lot back then, me and my brother. And I remember driving around in the car going, yo, I'm thinking like this, And he's like, yeah, why you don't do that with the chorus? And I was like, that's dope. So went to the studio, and I was kind of spitting everything straight, you know what I mean? So, woman, get busy. Just shake that booty non-stop when the beat drop. Just keep swinging it, get jiggy. He was like, add some melody. So he started to play these chords, and I'm like, damn. So I started putting melody in it.
Get busy, just shake that booty non-stop when the beat drop. Just keep swinging it.
It's kind of weird for me at the time, and there's a part in the song also that I get it on till I heard them on.
Let's get it on till I heard them on, girl. It's all good, just turn me on.
Because it was like 8 bars, and then he put like 2 bars in the end. And I didn't know what to do in those 2 bars, so we kind of just did that. And it works, man. And it's been one of my biggest songs. I open most of my shows with this song. I was using terminologies like get busy. I think I learned that from hip hop. Again, at the time, I was so enthralled with the mixture of those 2 musics, hip hop and dancehall. Now, the first words in the song is Shake That Thing, and it was actually the last words that I recorded on the song. I was driving to the studio, and Jody, who's my wife now, big up, she said, oh, put me and Kenneth's name in the song. And I was like, all right. It was only after the song was finished, and I was like, I need an intro, and I was like, okay, run it.
Shake that thing, miss. Can I shake that thing, miss? Annabella, shake that thing, yeah. Donna, Jody and Rebecca.
I was like making names up. Jody and Rebecca, so it was funny, and a lot of people come up to me and are like, yo, my name's Rebecca. It's been cool over the years. Big up all Rebeccas and Annabellas. You know what I mean? Every time I heard a flow that was new, I was like, wow, that's dope, and it influenced me to try and emulate that. And these songs we've listened today are vibes that have influenced me up to this day.